let's talk about white nationalism. You've said in a few interviews that what you would like is the United States to be a white ethnocentric nation. Does that mean whites only?
What I've said is that I imagine a post-American world that would include a white ethnostate. That is a homeland for all Europeans from around the world. So
Wouldn't
this
it
would
make
actually
more
be a
sense
new.
though to have those? I mean, the if we're going to go sort of back to the sort of original population, we're talking about Native Americans in the U.S. Why would it make sense then to make America a place
You're
that would be the homeland of white people?
you're misunderstanding what I just said.
Okay.
I said I imagine a post-American order that would be an ethnostate. It is you could see it as analogous to the Jewish state of Israel. That is, it is a state that is a homeland for all Europeans. So this would actually be a very new thing. The people who defined the United States were primarily Anglo-Protestants who came over as colonists. There is obviously a fraught, bloody history on this continent, but Anglo-Protestants primarily defined the United States. After the Civil War, I think the United States became more of a European country. The idea of a melting pot is fundamentally a European melting pot, and it was often described explicitly as such. What I am imagining is we are in a situation where the United States is fragmenting. We are entering interesting times, as the Chinese would say. We're entering dangerous times. We're entering fragmenting times. I am putting forth a kind of dream, as I've talked about it, of what would come after this, and that is an ethnostate. And it is utopian in a way, in the sense that it doesn't exist right now. It doesn't exist in the here and now.
No,
It's
I get
something
that,
we
but to
need
keep our
think about. It's
conversation
something for the
focused as
future.
precisely as possible, what would it involve the removal or leaving of non-white people from the U.S.?
It would involve the establishment of a homeland for European people. What that would entail, I don't know, because this is something in the future. I think the question you're getting at is, what do I want right now in the United States?
No, that's not the question.
We do
My
the
question
alt-right.
specifically, let me see if I can frame it a different way. If in this
Okay.
future white ethno-state, you learned that non-white people were being rounded up and sent elsewhere, we don't have to determine exactly where that would be. Is that something you would be okay with? Would that help to get us to the white ethno-state that you envision?
I would support peaceful, you could say, ethnic redistribution, such as what was done in the Paris Peace Conference in 1919. I
You've
mean,
called
again,
it a
we're really
peaceful
talking
ethnic
about
cleansing
something in
before,
the
right?
future. I actually, it's, I referred to the 1919 Paris Peace Conference as peaceful ethnic cleansing. Yes, that's what it was.
And what you would want is something
It was
similar to
done by
that.
liberals, interesting. Again, we're talking about something that hasn't occurred yet. We're talking about something in the future.
No, I
That's
get that.
something that's really post-American. I don't see this as occurring. I don't see as the world we're living in right now
Certainly.
as leading towards this next Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I think we can agree with that.
I'm
From a
saying
sort of
that
like
we
nitty
have a
gritty, I'm
big
sorry,
vision.
Richard, from a sort of nitty gritty perspective, just to sort of figure out where you are on some of these issues, because you're very eloquent and well spoken, and sometimes it's very easy to sort of get lost in that. Something Donald Trump is not so able to do because of his lack of speaking skills. Are you opposed to something like an interracial relationship? Is that something, if you see that, are you fine with that, or do you say I'd rather not have interracial relationships here in our country?
I would rather not have interracial marriage. I would rather not have interracial breeding. And the reason why is because that kind of relationship is that if we randomly interbred in the United States or around the world, that
Yeah.
would entail the destruction of all races. That would not just entail a danger to white people. That would entail a danger to the coherence of Africans, a danger to the coherence of Chinese, and so on. It would ultimately entail the creation of a kind of new race. an amalgamation of everyone, and that would be dissociated from their true cultures. They'd be dissociated from history. They'd be dissociated from these millennia of families that preceded them. I do not see that as a good thing. Absolutely not.
Didn't you used to date Asian women, though? Isn't that a contradiction?
It's not a contradiction. Yes, Josh Harkinson and Mother Jones did insane amounts of research, and yes, lo and behold, I had an Asian girlfriend once.
But so is that not a contradiction to your beliefs that there is like, is interracial sex okay, but not children? Like you could have sex with your girlfriend,
No,
but not have children with her?
I'm not saying that. The fact is, we all evolve in our life. This was 10 years ago.
I see.
I was a younger person. I would not do that now. No. But
So
we
you would
all
no longer
evolve
date
in
Asian
the
women,
way-
you're saying?
No.
No. Okay, fair enough.
That was a decade ago. It's, yeah.
Okay.